The role of animal meat in human diets and society is a topic that has sparked significant debate in the fields of nutrition, sustainability, and ethics.
As a team, we will present the case for pro animal meat consumption.
A practice rooted in evolutionary significance, cultural importance, health benefits, environmental impact, and economic contributions.
In this presentation, we will break down the key benefits of animal meat, highlighting its role in history, nutrition, environmental sustainability, and economic stability. Starting with cultural and historical benefits, from early human survival to modern diets, animal products have played an important role in evolutionary development and shaping civilizations. From early human evolution to modern dietary needs, animal products have been a fundamental part of survival and development. Over 2.6 million years ago, meat became a significant factor in the pre-human diet. Roughly 12,000 years ago, all humans actively pursued hunting and gathering, demonstrating the long-standing reliance on animal products. The domestication of animals for working purposes over 10,000 years ago permanently changed how societies obtained food, marking a turning point in human history. With reliable access to livestock becoming a key factor in the growth of civilizations, ensuring food security and stability. Moving beyond evolution, animal products are deeply tied to cultural and religious traditions worldwide. For example, during Ramadan, breaking the fast often includes lamb, halim, samosas, and shish kebabs, which represent nourishment and community. Across different societies, these traditions reinforce the deep cultural and historical significance of animal products in human diets. Indigenous communities have long relied on animal products as a fundamental part of their diet and culture. Buffalo, moose, deer, duck, and fish provided sustenance, materials, and essential nutrients. Every part of the animal was used, from meat to organs and oils. However, modern changes have made it harder for indigenous communities to maintain traditional diets. Research suggests that moving away from these ancestral eating patterns has contributed to higher rates of nutrient deficiencies and chronic diseases. Across the world, different environments shape dietary needs and food availability. Many regions rely on animal products due to climate, geography, or population density. Whether in harsh climates, remote areas, or urban cities, meat and animal products provide nutrients where plant-based agriculture is limited. In the far northern latitudes, extreme cold and frozen landscapes make agriculture nearly impossible. For indigenous Arctic communities, fish and marine mammals have made a primary food source for survival for centuries. Similarly, in desert regions, infertile soil and water scarcity limits crop production. Here, livestock provides a sustainable source of protein and essential nutrients where plant-based options are scarce. Even in highly urbanized areas like Hong Kong, space for large-scale agriculture is minimal. With high population density and reliance on imports, animal products help citizens meet their nutritional needs.
The second key point for animal production and consumption are the essential nutrients necessary for health, development, and overall well being. Animal-based products are considered complete proteins because they contain all 9 essential amino acids that the body cannot produce. Animal proteins are essential for building and repairing tissues, supporting the immune system, and promoting the production of proteins like enzymes and hormones. Animal proteins provide the essential amino acids required at all stages of life, where plant proteins often lack one or more essential amino acids. Additionally, consumption of animal protein is associated with a reduced risk of osteoporosis and cardiovascular disease. Insufficient animal product consumption also increases the risk of vitamin B12 deficiency, which can lead to anemia and negatively impact infant health during pregnancy and breastfeeding. Animal-based products contain about 26 to 68% heme iron, the most absorbable form of dietary iron. Research shows that higher red meat consumption is associated with a lower risk of iron deficiency. Choline is an essential nutrient found in animal based products, vital for brain health, liver, and muscle functions. Zinc is also found in animal based products and is required for immune function, wound healing, and overall growth. Zinc deficiency can weaken the immune system, damage the skin, and lead to stunted growth. Choline deficiency is linked to cognitive decline as well as liver and muscle damage. Also found in animal foods are long chain omega 3 fatty acids. Two key types are DHA and EPA. DHA supports brain development, cognitive function, and memory. EPA helps regulate mood and reduces the risk of cardiovascular disease. ALA, the plant based omega 3 fatty acid, must convert DHA and EPA, but this process is inefficient. Getting enough omega 3 from animal sources provides direct DHA and EPA, which can protect supporting mental well being and reducing the risk of depression. Adequate omega 3 intake supports fetal development, cardiovascular health, and anti inflammatory functions. Animal products provide vitamin D and calcium, essential for bone health, immune function, and overall well being. Along with vitamin D and calcium, the amino acids in animal proteins help reduce the risk of osteoporosis and muscle loss. Inadequate intake may result in hindered muscle synthesis. Eliminating animal products doesn't automatically lead to a healthier diet. Many people who follow plant based diets actually consume more ultra processed foods, which can negatively impact overall diet quality. Research demonstrates as animal food intake decreases, diet quality declines, with vegans consuming the most ultra processed foods. Additionally, research found that adopting a vegetarian or vegan diet at a young age or for a short period of time is linked to even higher consumption of ultra processed foods.
The third key point for animal production and consumption are the environmental benefits. While often criticized for their environmental impact, the full picture is more complex. Debates over sustainability and ethics often overlook scientific and economic realities. Animal agriculture provides several environmental benefits. These factors contribute to a more sustainable food system. The United States EPA reports agriculture as a whole, which includes plant and animals, only contributes to 10% of the total U.S. greenhouse gas emissions. Cows are often blamed for harming the planet one methane molecule at a time, but is the reality as straightforward as it seems? Methane is produced in manure when microbes decompose organic matter found under anaerobic conditions, as methane-producing microbes thrive in lower oxygen environments. Therefore, proper manure handling impacts methane emissions. Ranchers practicing regenerative farming adjust cattle feed to achieve lower methane production by increasing protein and lowering fiber. GWP has been the standard used to calculate global emissions. However, GWP grossly overestimates the global warming impact while negating any cooling effects. To take this into account, more recently a new calculation has been implemented called the GWP star. This graph portrays how annual U.S. cattle methane emissions were steady at 200 MMT with GWP, but have mostly remained neutral or negative since 1986, when using GWP star suggesting an overall cooling effect. The graph gives a visual representation of how GWP star better reflects its true climate effect compared to GWP. U.S. cattle production did not contribute additional warming from 1986 to 2017, and California dairy farms are nearing climate neutrality. As you can tell, comparing global emission is like comparing apples to oranges. Speaking of manure and its environmental impacts, manure can play a fundamental role in soil regeneration. A long term study on the use of manure as a natural fertilizer on monocrop production saw positive correlation with soil health. Many benefits were seen, such as carbon stabilization, increased water holding capacity, and increase in the ability to have a sustainable monocropping. The table on the bottom right here shows how both wilting point and field capacity both saw significant increases in water holding capacity on the fields that supplemented with manure in comparison to non manure. Rotational grazing is another benefit of animal agriculture to adequately feed livestock while also maintaining the health of the vegetation on the grazing land. Cattle, sheep, goats, pigs, and even chickens are all examples of animals that can be integrated into rotational grazing systems, contributing to a more sustainable food system. There are many benefits to rotational grazing, which promote sustainability and reduce climate change. All of the previous environmental benefits discussed contribute to regenerative agriculture, a farming approach that works with nature to restore ecosystems. Regenerative agriculture includes traditional methods like rotational grazing and more innovative approaches such as aquaculture. The overarching goal is to create a self sustaining ecosystem where plants, animals, and soil all benefit from each other. This is achieved by keeping soil covered and minimizing disruptions, integrating livestock for natural fertilization, and maintaining living roots and increasing biodiversity.
The last key point for animal production and consumption are its contributions to economic stability. Animal agriculture generates significant cash flow, contributing to both local and national economies. According to the USDA, livestock and animal product industries account for a substantial share of agricultural revenue, supporting businesses, workers, and communities. The massive financial contribution of animal industries to U.S. economy through cash flow, revenue generation, and economic impact cannot be ignored. Reducing or eliminating animal agriculture has the potential to disrupt billions in revenue, harming farmers, businesses, and food supply chains. When comparing cash sales, animal and animal product receipts accounted for 48% of total agricultural sales, significantly surpassing plant based agriculture. The total receipt for crop, animal, and animal products total to $555 billion, dollars, with animal and animal products making $267 billion dollars of that equation. This reiterates the massive economic role livestock industries contribute to U.S. agriculture. Currently, animal agriculture dominates U.S. farm cash receipts, and projections for 2025 show this trend will continue. Livestock and dairy consistently outperform major crop sectors like fruits, vegetables, and grains, with a projected $82 billion dollars more than selected crop products in total farm cash receipts this year. The demand for high quality protein remains strong, sustaining its economic advantage over the plant based sector. Additionally, the animal food products industry is essential for economic stability through employment. Nearly half of the sector's workforce depends on animal agriculture, making it a major economic driver. Small and medium sized family farms make up the majority of cow calf operations, demonstrating how beef farming is not just about large corporate farms. As you can see, the U.S. beef supply is diverse with a mix of small, mid sized, and large farms, ensuring food security and economic stability. However, animal production does not only benefit rural communities, but all communities. According to the USDA, in 2023, per person food spending reached $7,672, marking a 7.5 rise from 2022. Additionally, spending on food at home increased 1.8%, collectively reiterating companies, whether individuals are eating out or eating in, benefit from animal production. In 2019, there were 527,460 jobs related to animal slaughter and animal processing. With about 61% of those roles being frontline production workers. The meat industry also provides jobs in transport, maintenance, administration, sales, marketing, finance, and tech. Research demonstrates that restaurants generate more revenue when offering meat entrees, increasing profits and contributing to higher wages for employees. A 20% tip on beef or lamb entree is significantly higher than a tip on a salad entree, with potential earnings for servers being 100 to 200% higher when serving meat dishes. Lastly, the contributions of livestock systems are larger than you may initially consider. The meat industry is more than just meat. Animals provide wool, fiber, leather, and other textiles that support industries beyond food. Working livestock are used for transportation, farming, and even as a financial asset. To conclude, the practice of animal production and consumption is rooted in evolutionary significance, cultural importance, health benefits, positive environmental impacts, and beneficial economic contributions. This presentation has highlighted its role in history, nutrition, environmental sustainability, and economic stability.
Animal products have proven to be a crucial component of human culture and history. This can be seen in determining the survival and prosperity of civilizations in indigenous communities, an array of cultural traditions of celebrations, and lastly, in unique geographical needs.
Essentially, while plant based products offer nutritional benefits, animal based products are advantageous for health due to their rich content of complete proteins, bioavailable heme iron, B12, choline, zinc, and omega 3 fatty acids, which are all essential for optimal brain, bone, and muscle health.
Responsible livestock management supports sustainability through methane reduction, soil health, and biodiversity. Practices like regenerative farming and rotational grazing create a self-sustaining ecosystem, helping agriculture work with nature rather than against it.
Animal agriculture is a major economic force, generating billions in revenue, sustaining rural communities, urban communities, and providing millions of jobs across farming, processing, transportation, and retail. Beyond food, livestock supports industries like textiles, making its impact far reaching and essential to economic stability. Compared to crops, animal agriculture consistently generates more revenue and dominates U.S. farm cash receipts, reinforcing its imperative role in sustaining economic growth. We believe all foods fit, where animal and plant consumption have room at the table and are both beneficial in promoting overall health and well being.
Thank you.